Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Black and Gold. I'm Ellie Apple. We've got Ben on the ones and twos. It's December 1st. November went by really fast, and usually we're doing this show at about 5 o'clock, but I'm happy to be here at 2 where the sun is shining. The weather's decent. Still cold, but that's December for you. I am very excited to be here with two NWU wrestlers. We got Keith Germain and Sam Weaver. Guys, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Ellie?
I'm also doing good.
Good. Good job, Keith.
We're glad they're both doing good.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yes. They're a little nervous. If you
No,
can't
they're
already
not at
tell, they're
all.
not.
They are not at all.
But they're certified yappers, so this should go very, very well.
Where'd you get certified at to be a yapper? If you're certified.
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yap.
And
Yeah,
NWU,
university.
NWU, where everybody knows everybody, and you just, or you get a double major in yapping.
That's good.
All right, boys. I don't know a whole lot about wrestling, so I'm actually glad that you guys are here to kind of help me understand what wrestling is and what makes people so drawn to wrestling. So to get into this, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about the background, how you got into wrestling. What inspired you to start?
Keith, you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. So I started wrestling freshman year of high school, and it was really only because like it was fall training camp for football, and one day one of the coaches was like, "Oh, well, if you want to start varsity football, you're gonna wrestle for us." And that was back when I was 14 and thought I was gonna go to the NFL. I'm 22 now and I'm 5'8", so there's no NFL aspirations anymore. But I started then, and I don't know, I kind of fell in love with the competitiveness. I was a little selfish growing up, so I liked that it was really only me. Like all the matches really like depended on me winning, and like it wasn't like a team thing, which I guess now it is more of a team thing. But that's kind of what attracted me at first.
How about you, Sam?
So I started in 6th grade, and funny story on how we had a PE class, and we came in, and there was this mat, and I was like, "What is this?" And so we ran through like a quick wrestling warm up, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe I want to do this." And so I wrestled my 6th grade year. And I was like, "No, like this is the worst thing ever." And then I tried out for the 7th grade basketball team, and I didn't make it. And I'm like, "Yeah, I think wrestling is the way to go." And so I've been wrestling ever since. And I mean, if you told me I was going to go to college for it, I'd be like, "No, you're kind of crazy."
Sam, you're pretty tall. How tall are you?
6'3". So yeah, maybe I could have gone to the NFL route, but I didn't end up playing football.
I just feel like
Oh boy.
tall people don't usually wrestle.
No, yeah. That's what I get a lot. I get that a lot. And yeah, I mean, it's been a struggle for sure. Like, especially when I was at the lower weight, when everyone's 5'8" and under, it's hard to get down to their level and like stay down there. It hurts.
So you've seen a difference between like people that you have actually like are shorter, and do you think
Oh
there's
yeah.
an advantage or a disadvantage?
I
to
think
things
there's
like that?
there's
And
advantages
Keith,
and
you
disadvantages.
can
to both.
add into that too.
He's pretty tall for his weight class though. So
I am one of the taller ones for my weight class. I would say I don't know, wrestling's really all about matchups and styles. So depending on whether you're like taller or shorter, it really just depends on the match.
So you both wrestled in high school. What was the biggest adjustment that you saw coming from high school wrestling to college wrestling, especially at the D3 level?
I'm going to say the strength aspect, and just everyone being like actually getting in the weight room. Then like high school, you could get a gump, and like they've never seen a weight room before, and like it's just. But in college, everyone lifts, everyone's dedicated.
And you guys are from out of state, both of you, right?
Yeah,
Where
I'm
you
from
guys-
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
I'm from Florida.
Okay. So two very warm places,
Yeah.
and you decided to come to Nebraska Wesleyan. Why Nebraska Wesleyan? What drew you here?
The video,
The video.
the drone video.
Matthew Miller.
Matthew Miller
Matthew
is very
Miller's
good at his
video.
job.
Very good.
They showed us a drone video of Lincoln.
There was
And
a
they-
Ferris wheel.
Yeah, there's a Ferris wheel that we have yet to see after 4 years here. But yeah, there was just a drone video, and he said that that downtown is just a 5-minute walk from campus.
Which is not true.
It's
No,
not true. It's a
not true
15.
at all.
It's a 15-minute drive. But yeah, that's just what we got sold on.
So you saw a video and you were like, "Yep, this is where I want to
Yeah.
go." Have you even?
That's literally what happened.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Well, I actually ended up coming on a visit.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say like, is that you just saw the video? But yep, and then you signed.
I ended up coming on a visit in January of
Okay.
my senior year of high school. I was like, you know what, this really isn't that bad.
Mhm.
But it was snowing, and I had never
But
seen
you
snow
couldn't
before.
find the Ferris wheel, and you realized that downtown
No.
was not that close.
No, it was. I still went with it, and you know what? I'm glad I did.
Good. You probably hadn't experienced snow or like anything
No,
like that before.
No, that was. I think last winter was probably the worst winter I experienced when it was like in the deep negatives.
Yeah,
But it was pretty. It wasn't too bad. We had our first snow days.
that was so nice.
That was like a week of snow days.
Mhm. Keith, did you visit before you came here, or was it just to
so-
watch a video and he signed?
When they wanted me to visit, it was like peak of COVID.
Okay.
So I did a virtual tour of the campus, and I did like the campus. And then the video just really sold me. When I first got here, like the first night, I was in shambles because I just saw like just corn and like nothing. And I
That's
had like
so stereotypical.
well, I
Just
mean,
corn.
It's what
Actually,
I saw.
no. I'm looking out this window. I'm downtown. I don't see any corn. People, okay.
Okay.
If you're from a different state and you're listening in, Nebraska is not
Okay.
just corn.
Okay, but did you fly in and you're like, wow,
No, we
it
drove
really
in.
is flat.
I
Okay.
drove in with my mom and grandma, so like we just saw corn.
Okay.
And it was
if
like-
you're driving in, okay, I understand.
And we didn't go downtown yet. Like I will say, and I tell people at home, like there's a lot of stuff to do here, and there's not just corn. But like driving in, that's all I saw.
Yeah.
So I was a little upset.
You're upset about corn.
Well, at the
Yeah.
time, like Sam said, I love being here now.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you like it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. So being an athlete and also being a student can also have some high demands. How do you guys kind of balance that, especially because wrestling season is that it takes up a majority of your time. There's also a lot of demands that come with wrestling, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But how do you guys handle being a student athlete?
You can go first, Sam.
I think the easy answer is just time management and like managing. I think a planner kind of helps. I'm not really a planner person, but like writing something down and like having like a checklist is always good. And then like you have to plan your day around practice and lifts if you have a morning lift and classes, and just finding out your schedule early and planning your schedule out before your season is always something to do. Like keep in mind what classes you want to take is always something good to do, and just planning your time and your day each day and keeping a regimen is always good.
What is your guys' majors?
Health and fitness studies with a coaching minor.
Okay.
Sports management and communications.
Communications. Good job, Keith.
Thank you.
Keith, how about you? How do you do it all
I would say I naturally plan pretty well in my head, like every day.
in your head?
Yeah, in my head.
Mhm.
But I would say I had to learn definitely freshman year, like how to manage my time better and not like play video games all day and do homework on a day where I have like one class instead of like messing around, and then on the day where I have like 4 classes trying to do homework after. So it was a little adjustment, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as people think it is.
And then what's the biggest differences that you see, especially when you're in season compared to out of season? Because you're still doing stuff when you guys are out of season, but it's just a little bit more vigorous when you guys
Yeah.
actually are in season. So how is that a little bit different?
I think not worrying about weight outside of season is a big thing,
Mhm.
and like being able to eat and feel satiated throughout the day is just nice. And like having an energy bar is always nice to like
So-
be able to go through the day.
You're obviously having to cut weight throughout the whole season. And how long is the usual wrestling season?
We start in October, and then we go to like the end of February or
Yeah.
March.
About the beginning of March.
So
yeah.
you're cutting weight and maintaining weight all throughout that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cold. It's like you're the skinniest when it's the coldest. So
Yeah.
it's a little struggle.
And why do you continue to put yourself through that?
I mean, we're in our last year. So
That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Yeah.
It's like I've been asking myself that question for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, Really, I mean, it kind of just keeps you wanting to go. I
Mhm.
guess it's just something to look forward to.
Do you think it kind of just it messes with your emotions a little bit too?
I'd say it
Or do you
definitely
feel like
can.
it can? Yeah.
Like I know some days. Well, I would say honestly, it's pretty common. Like the days everyone's like the day before weigh-ins, and everyone's like within a pound or two. Like we're all a little crankier. We all get a little
Yeah.
angry faster. So I think it just. I think if you look at like a wrestler, like you watch them like throughout the week, like you could see like their personality start to get like more aggressive towards the end of the week, just as we get hungrier.
Mhm. Have you guys ever like not been able to make weight, or has that ever happened to you?
I've had a couple close calls,
Yeah, I've
but
came
not
pretty close, but
never missed though.
yeah, I pride myself in
What do you
never
do
missing
if you
weight,
do miss?
You either don't wrestle or you wrestle up.
Okay.
which isn't fun.
Yeah, no.
Have you guys had to do that or no?
I had to wrestle up the first weekend, not because I didn't make weight, but I was on like a weight descent, so I couldn't make my true weight class, and I did not enjoy it.
And what weight classes do you guys wrestle at?
I wrestled 133.
184.
We'll start with Keith first. You said 133.
Yes, ma'am.
What's it like to wrestle at that weight class?
Um, wow, that's a great question. Difficult. Like I would say it's pretty fast paced. Like a lot of it is like reaction time and like critical thinking skills. Because I would say once you get towards like the upper weights, it gets a little slower.
Mhm.
What else? A little bit of flashiness. Like some kids try and pull like the top moves out to look cool, whether it's like their girlfriends in the crowd or like they brought their mom or something. And then I don't know. I would definitely say it's more like action based on their feet compared to top or bottom. At that level weight class.
How about you, Sam?
Keith is definitely right. It gets slower as you go up. And so I've wrestled 197 and 184. And like just the main difference is like 184, it's shorter people. I'm like one of the taller people in the weight class. But yeah, it's just a lot of hanging around. It as you get higher up in the lineup, you get less exciting matches most of the time. Because yeah, lighter weights are pretty flashy and like do all the flashy stuff, and it's annoying, but it is what it is. But like it's a lot of hanging around and just it's been hard getting down to 184, but it's been a good season so far. So
Good. How many meets have you guys had so far? You've had like 2 or 3?
duels, I think we've had 3, and then we went to a couple opens and invitationals.
So, tell me the difference so duel is just 2 teams going against, and then invitational is a little bit more.
Yeah,
Okay.
duel is just ten wrestlers against 10 wrestlers from 2 different schools, and then invitational is like everybody.
Okay. What do you like more, duels or invitationals?
Hmm. Honestly, I would say duels only because I really opens are tough because it's like you have to wake up at like wait we wake up probably like 5 a.m. and we get there at 6. We don't weigh until 7 or 8, and the tournament doesn't start till 10, so it's all day. And it's I don't know, it's just tough to wrestle when you're waiting for like 3 hours for your first match compared to a duel where the duels are towards like the end of the evening, so it's like 5, 6, 7, and you're weighing in at like 4, and then you have 2 hours to eat and like warm up, and then like actually wrestle within the span of an hour, not warm up at 10:30, and then your first match could be at 1 or 2 p.m.
So it's just kind of a lot of waiting around until.
Yeah,
Yeah.
opens is always just finding a comfortable spot on the ground and just chilling.
What's it like competing in the ARC? What's some things that you've noticed?
It's tough.
We're wrestling superheroes.
What do you mean by that?
There's a lot of talent in the ARC specifically. I didn't realize when I came here I didn't do enough research, but it's like the toughest conference in D3. And that shows because there's a lot of D1 kids that will transfer into the conference and just go to like a Wartburg or um where those 1 2 kids they came from. What school did they go to? They went to Dubuque, the twins.
Yeah, the twins went to Dubuque, and then they just got 2 other brothers to Central that transferred from a D1.
So yeah, there's lots of D1 kids transferring down, and then I mean some of these kids are good enough to go D1 and they'll just stay D3. Like Masoma, he's really good from Wartburg. He went to Wisconsin for like the summer, and then he just got up one day and was like, "Yeah, I want to be a Wartburg." So it's a lot
Makes
of
sense.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
competition in the conference. It's a lot of like they're very physical. I would say that's probably like one of the biggest aspects that's changed since high school. It's just like these kids genuinely want to like hurt you compared to high school, where it's like,
Yeah.
you could battle it out with someone, and then they're gonna ask for your Snapchat after and be friends. Like these guys don't want to be friends; they like genuinely want to hurt you.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like an instant where you genuinely got hurt? Or
Uh, not really. I mean, we've had like a big thing is like dudes trying to break your fingers, or like while you're wrestling, or like on top and bottom, like trying to break each other's fingers and stuff,
why?
just to get out.
Yeah, just
Anything to get out.
and injuries like come with the sport. Like
Yeah.
I've had an AC joint sprain for like 4 weeks now, but I mean it's just part of the physicality of the sport. I think the worst thing we saw though was when Trav got a crossface a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, from Wartburg.
Broke his nose.
Broke
He
his nose.
broke
Yeah,
his
at
nose is
the
crazy.
at the duel he was on bottom. The kid just winded up, basically punched him in the face, broke his nose. I think he's back this week.
Yeah, it's
He's back
crazy.
and he's
Yeah, he's back and better than ever.
good. How many? So there's 10 people that usually go for duels. Is that
Yeah.
any different for invitationals?
Well, okay, so opens, it's like anybody that wants to wrestle can, and you don't
Okay.
even
Yeah.
have to be on a team. Like you can just pay the entry fee and wrestle. So we've had times where like, Coach Tyrell, what was that, our freshman year? He wrestled, like he just wanted to
Yeah,
wrestle, so
freshman,
he did.
sophomore year.
Or like Eron Haynes, he used to wrestle here, and there was times where he would just come to a tournament we were at and wrestle just because he wanted to. So that's the thing. And then like there's like 40 kids in our roster, so everybody's gonna wrestle in the weight classes compared to a duel where it's just one team versus one team, and it's just the 10 top guys versus the 10 top guys.
And what are some biggest differences that you've seen from? Because now you guys are seniors. From your freshman year, give me like 2 differences or things that have happened since your freshman year to now.
Well, I think our biggest difference is our new coach. We just got a new coach this year. We had Brandon Bradley from our freshman to junior year, and then now we have Colton McChrystal. And so that was a big culture change. And like, I don't know what else. With like what changed.
What do you think the biggest differences between both of those coaches has been? Their like how their culture, how they bring culture into the team.
I think it was more of a family culture with Bradley,
Mhm.
and now it's more of a competitive family culture.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say McChrystal's, he's very like foot on the gas at all times.
Yeah.
Last week specifically, like I know, and I do miss Bradley, but I know there's sometimes where we would like we'd do really well, and then we'd have like a day playing dodgeball or something, compared to McChrystal where it's like we don't get an easy day anymore. Like we're always gonna go after it.
Do you like that better or
I think that's good.
Yeah, like I would say maybe in the moment I don't prefer. Like I definitely rather play dodgeball
Yeah.
than have to practice.
Yeah.
But I think like the mature answer and like as I like reflect, it's like yeah, I'd rather be getting better.
And I think as seniors, it's like comfortable to know that we're leaving like
Mhm.
with the program on a upward slope, and like just improving constantly.
Yeah.
as seniors, do you guys what is like something that you want to leave or like the leadership that you want to leave for the program?
Just keeping, I think, just like what Keith said, keeping your foot on the gas, and
Mhm.
like giving maximum effort every time you step out onto the mat, and don't quit.
I'd say that and just making it fun for everyone. I think when we first got here and we were younger, it wasn't that it wasn't fun, but there was a lot of like negative chemistry on the team. And I'd say in
Yeah.
our 4 years, it's gotten like really good to where like everyone feels like family.
Mhm.
So probably just keeping that trending up and making sure everyone like feels like they or knows that they like we want them to be there. And like we're happy to wrestle with them and stuff like that.
Well, guys, thank you. You guys are doing really good. I'm proud
Hey,
of
come
you.
on, man.
Come on now.
We're going to throw it to break when we get back. We're going to talk a little bit more about challenges and some misconceptions that come with wrestling, but we will be back after the break at 93.7 The Ticket, behind the black and gold.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant. 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Behind the Black and Gold. For our second segment, I'm still here with Keith and Sam, wrestlers for NWU. Guys, great first segment. You guys are doing great.
Thank you so
Sensors
much.
have been off. Good job. So I told Keith before we went on air, I'm like, I don't know a whole lot about wrestling. And that's why I was excited to have you guys come on here just to learn a little bit more knowledge, because in the sports world, I feel like I obviously want to work in sports, but I only know about certain sports, and wrestling isn't something that I'm 100% familiar with. So I've already learned a whole lot about duels and opens and all the things that go into, especially Division III wrestling. But wrestling is a very intense and physically and mentally can take a toll on some people. How do you prepare for matches, and how do you kind of stay motivated, especially during matches that can go a little bit longer than a normal match?
Yeah.
Practice.
Practice.
Number one, definitely helps. And then, like, I guess mindset is really big, because whether it's like playing a song that gets you in the mood to wrestle or whatever, like just making sure you're ready to go. And then I'd probably say like positivity and optimism, because I wouldn't say you have to go into the match knowing you can lose, but definitely after the match, like instead of beating yourself up, like taking the positives and then looking at film so you can try and like minimize the errors you do make in future matches.
Yeah, definitely knowing that you can take something good out of every piece of film that you have. And then just before the match, like, I think getting a good warm up is very important, and like making sure that you need to be ready to go during the match before you step onto the mat. Like just like getting your lungs ready and like just making sure that you're moving, not just staying sitting down and then just getting up and going to wrestle. Like you can't just go cold.
Yeah. Also, like I think, what do we call it? Letting it fly. And that's just
let it fly.
Like that's just like not like holding back, like not being like nervous to try something, like kind of just like I don't like a lack of nerves. Like you're kind of just, it's like not even like a thought process. Like you're just kind of doing what you see. It's like something our coach preaches.
Kind of just like letting your body take over and not really getting in.
Yeah. Like just switching your mind off and kind of just wrestling.
And just trust yourself. Like you do hundreds of reps of the same moves in practice all week, and like, what does that guy know that you don't? Like it's just keeping that mentality and like understanding that everyone's kind of got the same gauge of like what to do, and everyone learns the same moves. There's nothing special between everything different.
What does a normal practice look for you guys?
Just get in, warm up, and then we usually get into like it's like a warm up segment. Like we'll do like one guy will lay flat on the ground with like, and he'll like, your partner will hop over the person lying on the ground or like something like that. And then we'll go over whatever McChrystal wants to go over that day, which is like, maybe it'll be top bottom. Maybe it'll be like your first approach or like just whatever. And then at the end, it's like a blowout of like either like 10 1 minute goes of like live or like anything that he thinks that we need, and then just a cool down.
So when it comes to duels, only 10 people can go, but you guys have like 40 people on the roster. How do you guys determine who gets to go to the duels? Do you guys do
It goes
spread-offs?
it really just like there's probably what in our team probably 3 to a weight class at least.
Yeah.
So just competition at the weight class and like practice, like who's wrestling better at the opens and stuff like that all goes into the decision of who will wrestle on the dual day. It also like there's like I said earlier, there's matchups. So sometimes you might start someone else just off of the matchup.
Yeah.
Compared to another kid.
And like if one person's having trouble making the weight, then they'll send the next person right up after. So
do you guys know the longest time you guys have gone? Or like that sounds bad. But when you guys are wrestling, things
like the longest match that we've
yes,
had?
the longest match you've had. Do you guys know?
Yeah. Mine was well, are we talking in college or just like all time?
Have you had longer in high school?
I'd say yeah, but not like by that much. College, my longest match was I won a match at like the end of the first period of overtime. So that would have been around like 9 minutes. And then I want to say my high school district championship match I won at the end of the third overtime. So that's like an extra like a minute and a half maybe.
Yeah, I think probably my junior year of high school, after we had there's overtime where you're just in neutral, and then there's I think it's the 2 tiebreakers after.
Yeah.
And I think after that comes down to like 8 minutes. So 8 minutes is probably the longest.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, Lou. How do you so obviously you go into overtime and things like that. You could literally just be pushing each other around and nobody's getting points, and that's kind of how it is, and you're just kind of losing steam. But how do you technically get points when you guys are wrestling?
So there's takedowns, which are now 3 points as of this last year. Was it this last year or was it the year before?
This year.
Yeah, 3 points takedown, 1 point escape, 2 point reversal, and then there's near fall, where like you put them on their back and then you get counts and you can get up to 4 points.
And then a pin is just you're done.
A pin is just done.
And that I don't know. I'd say it's really easy to understand once you know.
Yeah.
But like as you're learning, it's kind of tricky
Yeah.
because there's like points in the match, and then those translate to points like towards the team in duels and opens.
Yeah. And there's riding time. Once you get to a minute of riding time, that's 1 point at the end of the match.
Yeah. But that's tricky because you have to hold a minute throughout the match. So if I ride Sam for 2 minutes, pause, and Sam rides me for a minute and 30, like I don't have an actual minute. Bro, be professional, bro. Are you serious?
Sorry.
So then I would only have 30 seconds, so I wouldn't actually get the riding time. Like it like cancels out kind of. You have to have a minute still.
What do you guys feel like are the biggest misconceptions when it comes to wrestling? And what's like something you want to clear up, tell everybody like, hey, this isn't true?
It's not called a leotard, it's called a singlet. I think that's a big thing. Yeah. That's a big one.
I don't know. I feel like everyone thinks
I've never heard anybody call it a leotard.
I mean, like
in high school.
in high school.
Okay.
I'd say the two I hear the most is everyone thinks we're like really aggressive and rowdy, which I would say Sam and I by nature are a little loud, but I would say rowdy.
No, really?
And then wow. And then I don't know, like there's like I don't know what the stigma is that we're like, I don't really know if it's like a gross thing or something, but they'll be like,
he
wrestles. Talking to Sam, he wrestles. What? And it's like what?
Well, yeah.
So, I would love to clear those up.
Yeah, no, and the singlet isn't uncomfortable. People are like, "Wow, like how do you wear that?" Like it's not that uncomfortable.
I don't know if I can say this, but we're gonna go for it anyways. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you like touching sweaty guys," and it's like, no,
It's
like that's.
no.
I mean, if, like when you think about it like that, then it's weird, but it's not like our thought process in the match.
Yeah.
No.
Like I'm not going out there because I like enjoy it.
Yeah,
I enjoy competing, but I don't
Mhm.
enjoy like Yeah, I
They
don't
like
know.
I don't know. I think a lot of people like make it weirder
Mhm.
than what it is at times.
No, I can see that. I can see where people can, and that's just a mindset thing for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're going in there, you're doing a sport just like any basketball or volleyball player would. It's
Yeah.
just different. For
Very
sure.
different. Yeah.
Did you guys have anybody growing up, like coaches or parents that really like pushed you to like, hey, like you should play or not play or compete at the college level?
I think as I got closer, like with high school, I think my coach was like, "Yeah, you have to start looking and considering it." And then, yeah, it just kind of happened. That's when Bradley emailed me. It was probably a couple weeks after that conversation,
Mhm.
actually.
And how did they find? Because you guys are from Los Angeles and Florida. How did they find you? Do you guys are sending out film or what's that like?
I specifically for me, I sent out film to schools that I wanted to go to, and then I signed up for like NCSA
Yeah.
or something like that, and that's like a website that like gets your like profile out there, so coaches can go on the website, like search up your name or search up weight classes, and then kind of just find you from there.
That's what I also use NCSA. We are not sponsored by NCSA,
Yeah, just wanna put that out there.
If you
we
wanna-
use Next College Student Athlete, and it
Shout
was
out to
just-
them if you're a wrestler and you're
Yeah.
listening. That's what you need to do.
If you're looking for NIL athletes, we're here. But yeah, it was a useful tool, definitely for the recruiting process.
Have you guys done any NIL?
No.
Or anything like that?
No.
We're looking though if anyone
Yeah,
can hear us.
I've done like one ambassadorship, but like that was it.
If there was one brand that you could do NIL with, what would it be?
Any brand, Chipotle.
Any brand.
Yeah, Raising Cane's.
You could totally do that. If you go in and you just talk to them,
Oh yeah,
you just need to put yourself out there, which is I'm surprised that you haven't done that already.
I mean, we could. I don't know.
Aren't wrestlers not supposed to?
Yeah,
eat
that's
fast food?
that would be the problem.
Oh, that's
I mean,
so
yeah,
true.
that
It's
was
like,
the
oh.
problem.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Wait till it's off season.
Yeah. And
Probably
then
not in.
Yeah, you can't be like, I eat Chipotle before the match.
Like,
Yeah, that's probably not a good
that we
mix
could,
either.
we could do like
Really bad mix.
we could do like I don't know. We could hit up Gatorade. See what Gatorade's doing.
Gatorade.
Get a Gatorade Fierce.
Bro, stop. You know, maybe Berries could sponsor us.
Berries.
Big fan.
Yeah, big berries,
Shout out
guys.
berries. We don't have anything here at the Ticket for Berries, do we?
No, I don't think so.
No, we just have like Cigar Bar. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're helping you guys out too.
Yeah.
He's helping us out.
Double NIL right here.
So I talked to you about, or people that have helped you with this, but how do you think that wrestling has kind of shaped your life, or like how has it influenced your life outside of wrestling?
I think a lot of the like real stuff that we're like facing as we mature directly correlates with wrestling, like discipline, like critical thinking, like stuff in that area. Because sometimes with wrestling, like it's kind of just unfair, and you can't really do anything but just kind of push through it. So I think that like really prepares us well for life, because not everything's gonna go perfect.
Yeah, I think discipline and dedication and just hard work has definitely helped prepare us for the future, and like how we want to, whatever career we end up going into, how we want to be in our career, like what's the person that we want to be. And I think wrestling is like the number one sport for hire in like a corporate job. I think that they're like the most hired athletes.
And I can see it, like
I didn't know that.
discipline and thinking on the fly.
Yeah. And
There's
like,
a lot that goes into that.
and like just hard work and stuff.
Mhm.
So it was, I don't remember where I heard that, but I heard that, and I've
made it
stuck
up.
with it. Yeah, I
He
didn't make it up.
Saw that on a magazine one time.
Yeah.
Hey, if you saw it, I bet it was true. I
No,
bet.
yeah, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
a
And it
smart
makes
guy.
sense. It makes sense for sure. So, what were some seniors like? What was the senior class like when you guys were freshmen? Did you take anything from them?
No.
No.
I don't remember who they were
I don't
when we
know.
did it.
When we were freshmen, there was like 2 of them.
Yeah.
I would say the juniors though had like a big effect on us. Shout out to Jose Soto. He
Jose,
took me under his wing specifically. So like through him, I kind of like in both wrestling and school, like I kind of figured everything out and kind of knew. Like I was like guided towards making the right decisions and stuff like that.
Definitely. I think Drake. Shout out Drake Stir.
I like Drake. Drake was
Shout
good.
out, yeah.
Great guy.
Colin Quant. Shout out Colin.
I went to high school with him.
with Colin.
Yeah.
Oh, and GI.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Shout out Colin.
I would say Eron Haynes did a
Eron
great
Haynes,
job
definitely.
of showing us not like what not to do.
yeah. No disrespect, but
No.
yeah.
But yeah, those are just some of the people that I would say kind of shaped us and like what our motives are now.
Yeah. Those were the upperclassmen when we were freshmen. But like, yeah.
Oh, Tyler Loddick too. Shout out Tyler Loddick.
Yeah.
So there was never really seniors that.
No.
Not for us, at least.
There
Did
were,
you guys interact with the freshmen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We are not the like keep to yourself senior and like,
No,
oh, you're a
we're-
freshman. Like, that's not cool.
I'm glad that you guys.
Yeah. We're friendly people.
Do you guys have a specific story about a particular tough opponent that you have, or like one you can remember?
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Like I've got a couple D1 kids in an open tournament, like first round.
Yeah.
It's like 10 a.m. and I'm wrestling.
The
Like-
backup for the best kid in the country.
Yeah, the backup, the kid that gets beat up by the best kid in the country all week, so he wants to beat up on everybody else. Like I've had that a couple times.
And I think just whenever I go up against Wartburg, I'm not gonna lie, because they're number 2 in the country for D3s. And it's like it's never just a fun experience.
I think if there's any story I like telling, it's like when we travel to Wartburg, because
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we're not really rivals. Like
Yeah.
they kind of beat up on us, but
Yeah.
they always treat it like we are.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of like heckling, which I kind of find funny. I don't know if I should, but
Actually, my freshman year, this
That
was like my
that was
first.
crazy.
This was my first duel. It was their coach's 200th career win, so it was packed.
they had like cheerleaders
in
and
there.
everything. It was
they
insane.
they had the jumbotron. They had like a video for them and like announcing his 200th win. I go out there a freshman and I'm wrestling a 5th year monster, and I'm like, yeah.
And you
okay.
won.
No.
No.
Yeah, I shut the whole crowd up. That's what
No,
happened.
But the fan, I don't know. I think the fans are the best part because they're always like, I don't know if I should find it funny, but they're like always trying to like I don't know. It's like they're coming for our necks for stuff like sometimes that like we can't control. Like, do you remember last year when Jimmy went on to wrestle and they're like, nice USA tattoo?
Yeah.
Like just started like they just attack us for no reason.
Oh yeah, if you listen closely to the crowd, there are some actually funny people that go to the other schools.
I think the funny story I could tell was sophomore year when we wrestled Central in Pella, Iowa, and we were losing the duel. It was, I don't know what the number was, but it was like bad. It wasn't very close. And Zeth Kirkensmeyer won his match, and he shushes the crowd that was already like trying to attack everybody, and they just got like ramped up. Like they were yelling at us on the bench. And like for
They
me,
blew him a kiss, or he blew
yeah,
him
he
a
blew him a
kiss.
kiss, and it just pissed him off. Like for me, I was standing towards the end of the bench, and I was in a sling. Like I wasn't even wrestling, and I had so many insults thrown at me within like a 30-second span. It was just hilarious.
And Bradley was not happy at him blowing a kiss either.
Wrestling is just. We're gonna throw it to break. We're gonna leave. We'll come back to some of the
Okay,
stories when we get back
okay.
to our last segment. You're listening to Behind the Black and Gold. We will be right back.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to our last segment of Behind the Black and Gold. We got Mr. Sassy on the ones and twos.
Wow. This you're just okay.
Oh wow.
I'm just living and I'm.
You're doing great, Ben. I'm proud of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Okay.
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 Just say okay.
Okay.
You're doing a great job too, Ellie.
Thank you.
Except for the sass part, because I didn't say anything. I didn't say any. There's beef. There's studio beef.
Sam and I are actually going to host the segment while they beef.
You guys take over. I'm done. Okay. To wrap things up, I want to talk a little bit about, you guys are obviously seniors.
Correct.
I'm hoping that wrestling isn't your whole life right now.
No.
And the conversations we've had, you guys have careers. So what are some personal goals that you have to kind of wrap up your final season at NWU? What are some goals you have?
To wrap it up, I think I want to go to regionals, and I think my goal is to get top 3?
Yeah.
Top 3 go to nationals. Need to get the top 3. Need to get there. So that's my final goal. Go to nationals, have a good time out at nationals, and then I'll be set. I'll be good for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
After
matter
doing
what.
this for
After that,
like 12
nothing
years.
Nothing will matter. I'll be fine.
No, yeah. I'll be good until I start my career.
Okay. You can close the book after that.
Yeah.
But until then, 5th year, hear me up.
Oh, no. You will not be seeing me for a 5th year. What about you?
Staying healthy, number one. I've been out for like 3 weeks with a shoulder injury. It hasn't been fun. So just staying healthy throughout the year, competing more and better, and then winning senior night. And then I'm not as much as a tryhard as him. So if I could place at the tournament in the top 8, that'd be cool. But if I take top 3, that's awesome too. But
I do wanna try in 60-0 senior night, which is 10 pins.
It would be pretty cool. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Okay. And when is senior night?
February, I think
Sometime in
Wednesday,
February.
February 5th
And
at
who is it
7
against?
o'clock.
Buena Vista.
Snyder Arena, Buena Vista.
Be there.
Be there
out,
or
be
be
there.
square. Ellie Apfel is announcing as of right now.
As of right now. I never saw that
Blockbuster.
one.
Blockbuster
Plot
announcement.
twist.
Yeah.
She's going to be there.
She will be announcing.
Okay, we'll see. We will see. Well, and now that I know a little bit more about wrestling, maybe I will.
Yes.
Maybe I will. We'll see. But don't quote me on that. So, how is kind of the team dynamic for you guys kind of contributed to your growth as a wrestler?
I think the team dynamic now is a lot. I think we have a good team dynamic right now. I think I like our team right now. I think this team and I think our sophomore year team was probably the best 2 teams that we've
You're
had.
not answering the question though.
How does the can you
Team
repeat
dynamic.
the question?
Well, like, how does team dynamic contribute to your growth as a wrestler? He was getting to it.
Yeah, I was getting to it, but I guess we're in a rush. We're
bad.
on Keith's time. But yeah, I think a positive team dynamic with like a good team chemistry is always good for no matter what sport. And like we lift each other up. We want to see each other do better instead of shooting each other down. And like, yeah, I think it's helping me wrestle better and helping me want to keep going when I'm ready to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Going off of that, we're also making like relationships outside of wrestling. So we're doing a lot of stuff, whether it's like movies or like we'll all come over to someone's house and watch the fights, or like whatever it is. Like we'll go to the Husker game, etc. I think it helps for like the freshmen and sophomores growing up to know that like it's not only just wrestling, like we're also like good friends outside of it, which I think, at least for me, like as I've matured through wrestling, it took a lot of pressure off me, feeling like I had to just win matches to like win over the upperclassmen.
Yeah, it's good to be a team of friends than just a bunch of teammates. So yeah.
I like that. To wrap things up, what is one piece of advice you would give to younger athletes considering D3 wrestling?
You go first.
In this short little segment, give them a wrap up.
Wow.
I think for the young athletes listening out there, I think you just have to be yourself. Don't try and be anyone else. Just be yourself. Stay true to yourself. Get better as yourself. Don't aspire to be anyone else. Aspire to be like other people, but aspire to be the best version of yourself.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say to chase your dreams and be yourself like Sam did, but also like bring positivity into everything you do. Like losing isn't the end of the world. Starting isn't like the end of the world. So just bringing a good mindset to everything you do in wrestling or whatever D3 sport you bring is going to get you pretty far in life.
Very well said, guys. Very, very well said. Keith, Sam, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys had a great time at the ticket.
Yes.
It's so fun.
This has been the best time ever.
Best day ever.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
We will see you next time, next Sunday on Behind the Black and Gold. Have a great rest of your Sunday.